Hello and welcome back to Wellness Your Way. This week I want to talk about dance as exercise. And I want to be really clear about what I mean by that. Not dance as performance, not dance classes, not choreography, mirrors, or getting everything right. I'm talking about simply moving your body to music as a genuine, effective, and often overlooked way to support physical health, emotional well-being, and energy. For many people, the word exercise brings up a sense of effort, discipline, or even resistance. Well, dance offers a different entry point. It brings movement back to something humans have done naturally for thousands of years. Moving rhythmically, expressing energy, and reconnecting with the body. So why does dance truly count as exercise? Well, let's start with the basics. Well, it absolutely does. When you dance, your heart rate increases, your muscles engage, your joints move through range, and your balance and coordination are challenged. Depending on how you move and what music you choose, dance can be gentle, moderate, or surprisingly vigorous. But what makes dance especially powerful is that it often doesn't feel like exercise. Music engages the brain in a different way. Movement becomes something enjoyable rather than something to push through. From a health perspective, this matters. Consistency has a far greater impact on well-being than intensity. Dance supports consistency because it's something that people are more willing to return to. One of the biggest barriers to exercise isn't physical. It's mental. Many people know they should exercise, but feel tired, busy, or overwhelmed by the idea of fitting it in. The planning, the equipment, and the time commitment can all feel like it's too much. Dance bypasses much of that resistance because you don't need special equipment. You don't need to leave the house, and you don't need perfect timing or technique. You just need music and a willingness to move. This makes dance particularly helpful during busy seasons of life, during times of stress, or when motivation is low. It lowers the entry point to movement, which is often the hardest part. And we all know that movement and mood are closely connected. And dance is a powerful example of this. Dancing stimulates the release of endorphins, which support mood and help reduce stress. Music itself has a strong influence on the nervous system, affecting emotions, breathing patterns, and energy levels. So when movement and dance are combined, the effect is amplified. And this is why many people notice that even a few minutes of dancing can shift their mood, lift their energy, release tension. Dance can be energizing when you feel flat, or grounding when you feel stressed. The key is choosing music that works in that moment, rather than forcing a particular intensity. One of the most important benefits of dance is how it supports the nervous system. Unlike highly structured or rigid forms of exercise, dance allows for intuitive movement. This helps to relieve stored tension, particularly in areas like the shoulders, hip and spine, where many people carry their physical and emotional load. And for people who spend a lot of time in their heads, thinking, planning, worrying, dance brings attention back into the body. This supports emotional regulation, body awareness, and a sense of being present. From a well-being perspective, this is just as important as fitness metrics or calorie burn. Dance is also one of the most adaptable forms of movement. It can be slow and gentle, or upbeat and energetic. It can be done standing, seated, or with support. And this makes it suitable for people returning to movement, navigating midlife changes, or managing fluctuating energy levels. And unlike some other forms of exercise, dance can change from day to day without feeling like failure. Some days you might dance for 3 minutes. Other days it may be longer. All of it counts. This flexibility makes dance a sustainable option for long-term health. One of the biggest barriers to dance for adults is self-consciousness. Many people stop dancing because they become worried about how they look, whether they're doing it right, or the dreaded comparison to others. And this is quite common for women, but also relevant for men. Dancing for well-being is not about performance. It's not about steps, mirrors, or judgment. It's about how the movement feels in your body. Reclaiming movement without comparison can be deeply freeing. Your body does not need to look a certain way to benefit from movement. It simply needs to move. And dance doesn't need to be scheduled like a workout. It can happen while cooking dinner, cleaning the house, getting ready in the morning, or having a quick break during the day. And it might be one song or 3. You could think of dance as a movement you sprinkle into your day. A little in the shower, a little in the kitchen, maybe a little when you're driving the car. Rather than something you need to complete perfectly. And these small moments support circulation, joint mobility, mood, and energy. And all of the small movements add up over time. Exercise doesn't have to be hard, punishing, or joyless to be effective. Dance reminds us that movement can be enjoyable, expressive, and supportive of both physical and emotional health. Because when movement feels good, we are far more likely to keep doing it. So if traditional exercise feels heavy or unappealing right now, consider turning